Good morning, people. What a day. And as I cast my eyes around the property, taking these recordings, because if you have seen the last couple of videos, I have made mention that this house is up for sale. Yes, 65 years. I'm a little bit older than 65, but I know I look, 20 years younger. Yeah, okay. No response to that, please. Yeah. It officially... Come on, door. Well, can you see me wriggling the key? It's not like it's frozen. Maybe I can't... Oh, there we go. Maybe I can't get into my workshop, I was about to say. But yeah, I know it's not interesting to you. It's interesting to me, and that's why I'm making comment, because it's all about me. Just letting you know. But yes, a little bit of a problem of having to shift everything, but hopefully it's a good problem. The problem at hand, though, for Dave's Diary Update is I can't get my head around the problem that I've got with the parallel arm. As much as I have ideas, those ideas don't seem to be panning out. Now, what I've done here, I've gone and channeled my inner engineer. I've set up a straight edge, and I deemed it straight for these purposes, and it's proved itself quite good in the past. But I've deemed this straight. I've lightly clamped it together using one of the steel or stainless steel machine offsets and standoffs, in the assumption that the diameter of this, when put against the surfaces, are giving me a true measurement rather than trying to pack it out with a piece of something. So when I come down here, the tolerance is pretty good for... so that's a bit tight. That one's starting to go down. That one's a bit tight. That one virtually drops all the way in. Bit tight. So it's giving me a standard gauge to offset. So I know that these two here are ever so slightly different. However, when I use my bore gauges and I come in here to do that, I can virtually read no actual difference. So I'm picking up the very, very small amount different. Okay. The idea being that the lineal measurements for these holes are pretty darn good, because when I set the rail up, the rail up with the arms at 90 degrees, I measure to my track saw rail, and pretty good. It's to within a few 1/100ths of a millimetre, saying that it's pretty good. So I'm quite happy with that result. However, when I move let's just be careful here, as I move it around like this, I get a gap down this end. When I move it back this other way, I get a gap down that end, telling me that something's out. Because if it were truly parallel, when I close it up, so that gap, and of course the other gap when I do this, wouldn't be there. That's the logic. All things being equal, I have checked the lineal measurements very, very, or as well able as I can. And yeah. So my contention at the moment is it's not a lineal issue, it's a lateral issue. Because if you think about it, if for this rail to push in there up against this one, or this one out to, become parallel, it must be something to do with the holes not being in a laterally correct position. Did that make sense? So what I'm going to do while I have got yous, I came and I've gone through all other permutations I thought for this to be counted. Right, now let's just, I'm coming down here to get the, where are you looking at? You're looking at my drawers. Yeah, well, you can cut that out. I'm just going to take the screw out of the aluminium rail, which is holding it onto the parallel arm. If I take that out, so I'm going to take it off, and let's just pop that over there, do the other end. Oh, I can tell you what, it's flipping chilly out here. It's not particularly warm inside because I've got no heaters going, but when you come out here, you certainly notice how cold it is. Right, I'll just take this off, because when I was actually I've deleted a whole series of videos, as I tend to do. Probably of the videos that I put up, and as you know, I put up quite a few, I probably delete 4 times as many, because I look at it again and I'm going, nah, that didn't make sense, or that's doubling up. But anyway, I've deleted a few videos. But when I was watching some of them, I thought, and I was hearing myself say that, I've done all the things I can. And I thought, well, no, I haven't. Here's an idea. If I push those pins through, right through, and turn that rail upside down, without any promises, of course, what's that going to do for the accuracy? Because one of the lineal measurements, rather the lateral measurements, was the actual long rail itself. So, anyway, you can't see what I'm doing. Right, so that's that. Whoa, that is really, really close. Ugh. Let's just take, because that was the only thing I hadn't done. I hadn't realised I hadn't done it, but no, gap there, kind of a gap each end, and let's just go down the other end. So I get quite flummoxed, or desperate, you could say, when I can't come up with a pathway to a solution. That's not bad. Well, that's not bad. In fact, that's pretty bloody good. That tells me that let's just do that again. That tells me that there was a slight, but, exists, difference in the lateral position in the rail. Yeah. Pretty darn good, though. It's better than it was. Oh, that's interesting. Very interesting. How it even came about, an inaccuracy, I've got no idea. Is that acceptable? And I'm almost going to say, see, that's what I was aiming for all the time. The difference there is really, really small. Now, here's the issue. When I now measure from here to the rail, what's the difference? Because if there was a lateral discrepancy, won't it have affected the tolerance? And the answer is, it's got to have. So, let's get my glasses out, and we'll have a bit of a measure here. I get a measurement. Let's just make a round measurement. Oh, well, I can't quite. You're not looking there, are you? Okay. Let's see whether... No, I was trying to get from there. right there, we'll look at the back of the rail. Oh, sorry about that. Back of the rail, and it's showing that might not be picked up on the camera, but that's 250.5. Okay. So what is it on this end? 251. So that's that half mil that I said about the other day. That I had this to within about half a mil. Okay. See, that's that gap there. That's interesting. It's a gap down there. Not as bad as it has been. But now I'll go to the front of the rail. And that's half a mil under 350. I know it's wobbling around a wee bit, but it's probably not even. It's just closer to 249 and a bit, a third. But let's just say it's around about 49 and a half. We come back here. And I'm going to have to put this down for this one. Sorry about that. And we've got a measurement of 48. If I push that back there, it'll be 48 and a half. That's almost a mil out. So that's increased the, it's not 100% parallel. This is where now I can contemplate packing the metal rail on this, so I can trying to accommodate that little bit of discrepancy. I'm trying to get the parallel. It's just a subjective measurement. I'm trying to get the parallel accuracy to below 1/10 of a mil. That's my goal. I'm just looking at here, even there. I can get it to flex slightly. So I'm just trying, it's not bad, because I can see the gap probably a little bit more clearly than the camera lens can pick up. That's not bad. So that one little change, now do I do it to this one as well, or do I then replicate another error or create another error? But it'll be interesting to look while I've got yous, let's do it. It's not like it's a biggie, is it? You can see that major things in my life, selling a house that I've lived in for 65 years, or parallel arms. Oh God. If that were the only problems, wouldn't it be for people? They'd probably be appreciative. Right. Anyway, I will push that through. Oops, and push that through. Turn it around. Put it back in there. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with the new property, because the thing is, they've always had a compromise with my workshop, and a big part of my life is in the workshop, because I've got, it's my hobby area, and I get a lot of enjoyment and fulfillment out of being able to do things out in the workshop. Gap. It's not really a gap there. That's actually as good as it has been. Parallel, is it? Well, let's check this again. And it's these sorts of things actually that are set to testers. Well, that is making a difference actually. And yeah. So the back of the rail is very close to. I'm just sorry about repositioning you. Is very close. Yeah, anyway, I'm sorry for going a bit vague there. that is almost 250 to the back of it. I mean, it's to within probably quarter of a mil, third of a mil. Tell you what, we'll swap hands, shall I? And that is, I don't know whether I think that might be worse. Just over 251. Yeah, so that might be very close to spot on to 251. Yeah, that's, I think, might be worse. That is telling me that these rails they're different. But surely, if they've been created in this with the same bar, in the same orientation at each time, well, I am talking about small amounts, but then that was the idea of having the bars done as they did in the drilling process was the same. So that's pretty darn good. That's horrible. You can see that. See how that line there, and it is pretty consistent all the way down, but it isn't there. It's telling me that something's out with these rails. Interesting. Let's just have a quick look. I'll tell you what. I know it's probably very, very, not relevant to you or boring, but this tool, the parallel arm, had been so much appreciated in what I was doing that, I'd got used to using it and couldn't see myself not using it again. But I needed to be able to, rely on its function. And at the moment, like this, excuse the old croaky voice, but at the moment I can't rely on it. But what I'll do is I'll take a few more measurements. I'll probably flip that back around again. And yeah, keep on checking this. Very interesting. Rightio, that's what I'll do. And I'll get back to you with an update. Yeah. It would be nice to go forward with this because then it will allow me to do some of the trimming for these other panels as and when they come about to be trimmed. Most of it will be trimmed down to exactly the right size with the trim router, which is a feature of doing that means that even if this were horribly out of parallel, it doesn't make any difference when you're using a trim router because it's trimming parallel to whatever is actually there. So yeah, it's not like a track saw that needs to be parallel each end to the rail. But not with the trim router. So it takes care of any the lack of precision, but we don't want that, do we? Because we're using it a lot with the track saw. So yeah, circular argument there. Rightio, that's it. I'll wander off, get some more measurements and see whether I can come up with a more permanent solution. Rightio, I'll see you later now. Bye.